discuss these 5 groups. I will call the first group. Group E8. Okay, group E8.
Yep.
Who is group E8?
We are
Yes,
group,
here.
Yeah, Ismail. Yeah, who will present?
no, we are here, group E8.
We are A group.
A1, E8.
E8. Yeah. I'm asking for group E8.
Oh,
Ismail
E8.
Kamara,
Okay.
Gigih Prihartono, Salisu, Dewi Jasmine. Then who will present? Oh. Hello? Who will present? Nobody from group E8? Come on. Kamara is here, I think. No, not yet. Okay. Let's move to group E6. Mahmoud and who else? Nesha and yeah, only sorry, and then Jawid. And is it only and Saine? Yeah. Who will present for group E6?
It's supposed to be Kureis. Is Kureis around?
Kureis is not here yet. All right. Let's move to other group. Okay. Okay. Group E4. Abdullahi Ahmed, Erlinda Rahma Putri, Alida Putri, and Sehar Bano. Who will present? Abdullah is here, I think, tadi. Abdullah.
Yes.
So you will present, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I just
so
have
you will have 3 minutes. 3 minutes, yeah?
Okay, no PPT, just
No. Just oral presentation, no PPT.
Okay.
But you
I
can
think
pick.
one
You
minute.
can you can pick.
Can I say something before we start?
All right. Yeah, Pak Zulfan. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been asked to comment on your group essay. So I haven't read all of the submissions, but I have read the first 5. So what I would suggest is if you can, I had a quick look all the 5 submissions. So I have something to say to comments about what you have submitted. But before that one, as a means of cross-fertilizing among yourself within the summer course participants, it would be great if you share with us what is your essay about. So just tell us quickly in 3 minutes, and then just explain the key points. What are the arguments? What is your essay about? So as simple as that. So make it very informal. The idea is you need to communicate with the whole group for us, for all of us, not only for me who read your submissions, but for all of us to know what you have done and then to share with others. So that's the idea. I think that's the spirit of this kind of sessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Starting what we did actually in our essay is that we tried to look at the concept of ecotourism in its entirety. We have learned about ecotourism, we have done the theories, the theoretical part of it through all the courses. Then when we go to the excursion, we look at what is happening, what has been taught in the classes, what is currently happening practically during the excursion that we went to, from Bogor, Botanical Garden, to Pari Island, Payung Besar, Payung Kecil, and all the activities that we carried out, right from the snorkeling, the excursion, the mangrove planting, and everything. So we look at it. Is this truly ecotourism? Is there anything eco in what we have done before? And is there anything eco occurring there? And is there anything that what's Indonesia's blue economy? We also look at that. What is Indonesia's blue economy talking about it? What is the roadmap? What is it talking about? So, and then we wrote our own opinion based on our reflection of what we have seen, what we have had, and what we have read about the situation, and what we have been through to the situation. So we look at it. Snorkeling, yes. And after all our observations, we observe that yes, ecotourism is good, but it's a double-edged sword. While in one way, if it is used sustainably, if it is used and practiced as it should, it will be very good for the economy, for the people. But what we have realized that this is not always the case. That is why the title of our essay is Between Paradise and Peril: Ecotourism, Conservation, and Food Security in Indonesia's Fragile 1,000 Islands. So we started from the beginning where we talked about how tourism has been sold as a win-win for development to unlock foreign exchange, create jobs, and preserve ecosystems by turning them into revenue-generating assets. But we have observed that our assets is totally different. And what makes everything here is because this is through our own reflection, through our own interaction with the people and our own human dimension. For example, in Paris Island, the conversation we have had like with Ibu Asmaina, who have been fighting against climate change, and also encouragement by private corporations, it depicts the kind of the high stakes of their survival and what ecotourism is actually is. Like, for example, if you talk to Kepalu and Seribu Regency, they will tell you that, yeah, they have done it, it's good, private corporations are doing very well. If you look at what they are portraying, the 1,000 islands, but it's not the case when you talk about with the islanders. So we to put that into consideration. And we also look at what are the policies, what have been written before. For example, like Honest Ecotourism and Sustainable Development was written in 1999, who warned that since more than 20 years ago about how commercialization without community ownership tend to reproduce inequalities, that ecotourism is being portrayed to succeed. And then we also look at Eleanor Austin's all her works, especially on common resources, where she said that governance only works best where rules are co-designed and carried out with the support of who depend on the resources most directly. So we look at this and we look at what we have seen, and we decided that, okay, this is the case, this is what has happened, this is the situation on ground. Then what can we suggest? We move to the policy sides. So when we look at it, we see that the policy challenge here is not to choose between conservation, food security, as well as tourism, but to try to reconfigure and reorganize governance so that there are always trade-offs. But how can we reduce those trade-offs and ensure that there is synergy between everything? So we decided, and we include like one, we should try to reposition ecotourism away from spectacle. All this spectacle, it is sustainable. No, it's not in reality. Let's come down to the basics and move it toward management. For example, snorkeling tours. For if you're doing snorkeling tours, yes, it's good. We saw the coral reefs, is good. Yes, but what about, are we thinking about those animals inside the water that we are disturbing? Those beautiful coral reefs that we might have touched and destroyed. So we try to see that how to do it. There should be like kind of education between snorkeling. Do this, don't do this. Do this perfectly, the money that is generated, how can we do research on coral reefs in order to prevent that and others to ensure that coral reefs survive so that others in the next 100 years will be able to experience what we have experienced before. And then also mangrove planting should not be like a one-off photo activity like we did, but as a part
Ahmed,
of
sorry to interrupt, Ahmed,
monitoring
30
programs.
seconds, yeah, you only have 30 seconds more, okay?
Okay,
30
so
seconds.
we believe that in reality, our reflection is that this summer course altered our sense of scale. We have thought of solutions in terms of just sweeping frameworks, carbon pricing, adaptation funds, regional governance, like what the theory says. But we standing in the middle of the Java Sea, we saw that this is not the case, and ecotourism could have been of the scales, making visible how conservation can be taken. So we believe that yes, it's a good initiative, but it should be done with the support of the community. The community should be carried out in everything that is being done. And then ecotourism, yes, everything it says it is, but in reality it isn't. And we should try to see that yes, what it portrays, we try to reflect it back from the grassroots, from the bottom up and from the top to bottom and the bottom to top to see that we can be able to implement this effectively. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. You are a good orator. Okay, Pak Zulfan, your comment and input for this group E6.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether those essays that have been put on the public domains, do you share that one with the all participants of the summer course so each and everyone can see them? So I think you should share that one. Actually, I have looked at in the just before this sessions. I have looked at 5 of the entries, and actually, Ahmed's group's entry is the best in my view. So I'm impressed with your submissions, Ahmed, with your group submissions. Why I said that one? Uh, you have a very good title, between the between paradise and perils. So this is a kind of contradictions that you reflect on, that you have found during the field trip, and then you have done very excellent referencing with major theories on sustainability, on this kind of things, and then you presented the dilemma there. So from that perspective, and the way you write is very engaging. So I'm very happy to see your submissions, your group submissions. So out of the 5, you are the best, in my view. Yeah, short enough, but just to put, of course, that nothing is perfect. As university academic, we always we are trained to see the loopholes, right? And that's what we are paid for, to see the loopholes of anything. Nothing without the loopholes. So probably this is just my suggestions. This is nothing is right or wrong in this kind of things, but this is very much cross-fertilizing. Probably when you are saying different things, different aspect of paradise and perils, you name it, on different things, right? Probably when you are writing about just one essay, probably you need to find what is your key punching point. So you cannot punch everything at once. You punch everything at once, it means that the power of the punching will not be felt by your target. But if you pick one target to be punched in that just 1,000 words, just 2 pages, few paragraphs, then the feeling will be different. So probably if you can find one focus point of punching, I think your entry will be more powerful. But the current one is already excellent, so I'm very happy to read. Congratulations, Ahmed,
Thank
and
you
your
very
group.
much, sir. Thank you very much. We'll take that into consideration. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And also
Thank
kudos to
you.
my group members who work together.
Yeah.
Trying to navigate.
Probably one thing
Congratulations.
that you need to tell us.
Yes.
This is not just my curiosity. This is the problem of group works. What is the danger of having group works? You will have free riders. Everyone will get credit, but not everyone contribute the same amount. You will be group work always prone to the problem of free riding. So now, why don't you share a little bit of the dynamics of your group work, and then to what extent you think that your group is solid, and probably something along that line. Just a kind of, if you don't want to say that one, is up to you. But if you find that your different members of the group contributing in different ways, and then not all of us will do the same thing, but eventually you will be making a great groups. So that's different story. So if you can touch that one, that will be great. But it is not a must if you don't feel comfortable to say about that group dynamics.
Okay. What we did was that at the start, we divided the text. We have 3 texts: poster, photo, and essay. But even before we start, I think it's Erlinda. Yeah, Erlinda or Alida. One of them created Google Docs form and said we should put our suggestion there. Then we divided the tasks that even though all of us should contribute, but one person should be monitoring everything. So I decided to take on the essay part. So we worked, we saw everything. And what makes it even very good was that our poster is just the
Summarize
graphical
of the
representation of our
yeah.
essay. So it's just like, if you don't want to read the essay, it's 1,000 words, then the poster is there for you. So that's how we did it. And then also our photo reflects what we have seen along the way, what we have seen when we are like crossing across the North Java Sea. So it's all correlated into one. We worked great together, and I was particularly happy working with them, in fact. Yes.
Very good.
Very
And
good.
since publication only allows like only 2 people, so I said that Erlinda and Alida should just go on and be our authors. So I really loved working with them. Thank you.
Yay. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
That's very efficient working, group working. Ya, Pak Zulfan ya. Any
I
more
think that's
comment, Pak
very
Zulfan?
very good collaborations.
Yes.
Yeah. So sorry, it's group E4 ya, not E6. Yeah, you
Yes.
guys are group E4. Okay, sorry for that. Thank you for the
E4.
correction. Yeah, congratulations, group E4. All
Thank you
right.
very much.
Let's move to other group, Pak Zulfan ya.
Yes.
Okay. Next is group E3. Group E3, Anissa, Dauda, Khalida Agnia, and Sirzada. Anybody will present their work for group E3? Hello? Hello? No? Zada? Zada?
Halo, Assalamualaikum. Selamat siang.
Waalaikumsalam. Selamat siang. Zada, who will present from your
Yeah,
group? Is it you?
I think Dauda and Khalid were committed to present here, but if
Okay,
they are
Dauda.
not, yeah, if
They're
they are
not
not
coming
ready,
yet.
okay. If you can wait for them, or I should just tell a little bit about our project or essay. So
So you so then how?
That's
We just
fine.
move
He
to
can
our
no, he can
you can
share something. He can say something about that
y-
essay if he can.
yeah, basically our essay is about the rising tide of ocean privatization and why women voice matters. So it's still the story of the difficulties, the problem the women face in the Pirate
sorry,
Island.
Zada.
Yeah,
Sorry. Can you be on cam?
okay,
You're presenting now.
okay.
You are not a tiger, right? I already told you this morning. You are not tiger. You are a human. Come on.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. Good.
yeah. So the basic theme of our project essay was to how the rising sea level is affecting the people in Pirate Island. It's a bit scary that all people are suffering from this sea level rise, and there are many factors like the sea level rise is affecting not only the human environment but also the animal and other living being environments on the Pari Island. And we know that the history of the Pari Islanders, especially the women, is very scary. Mostly the women facing problem uh, when it either to how to secure their own environment, their livelihood, or how to tackle the issue risen by those parties who are part of the privatization of the Pari Island. So the basic theme of our essay was that how this sea level is rising and affected the community, the Pari Island. And the other side, how the local people, especially the women, islanders, are trying to protect their own abude, their place of living, and the challenging they face with, like the uh, if we come to the land conservation or the reclamation of land. So they are like twisted in both the party, especially the party one who try to own the property and the party who is supporting those the legal way, the government official that taking side of those like private companies. So those women are facing the challenges about how to preserve their own environment and how to tackle the issue that they are faced with. So the main purpose of our essay was the role of women, how the women are trying their best to save their environment. And there are like a different aspect if it's come to resources. So the women at the one side, they're working hard to feed their families. And the other level, they're trying to mobilize the community members, especially the men and the other people who have sympathy with the islanders, especially the international community. And they're trying to reach their voice to those people to help them and this time of troubles. So that's like about the resources and the space. So the people are just a triangle among on this land surrounded by waters, and they're trying to see and to preserve the environment, and they're trying to spread the knowledge how this sea level rise, the climate change is affecting their family, the natural environment, and the beauties of that island. And if it's come to the governance, so they are facing the problem from the government side, because those are mostly they are don't have basic access to those people who are devising policies, who are the playing actors that are not supporting those islanders, but they are taking the side of those opposition party. And there is no transparency if we look at the matters. So how loud those people speak, the worries, the problems they face at the party lands, but nobody is ready to listen to them. Until and unless when people like us, like the people from outside the party land go there and they see their conditions, so they show their sympathy with them. But the legal ground, they are facing challenges. But that's what the main like, crux of our project, our essay. So we took the Parliament as a model. Maybe these issues are occurring in many part of other islands. So Pari Island is not the only one island. There are many islands where people are facing problems. But the recently, like the exposed issue of Pari Island, because it's taken a case to Geneva, so it's very exposed in the media. And when we are collecting the data, so we tallied the references, the documents, how this issue is exposed in media and different literary world, like the academic articles and the news reports. So that's what really like uh, I can say as a alarming issue that has been raised by many academic scholars, but still it's undermined due to other political problems that's happening in different part of Indonesia. So that's like putting the main issue of the climate change that's as a dangerous and a hazard to the local people on a side due to the other political issues.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you, Zada.
welcome.
Yeah, Pak Zulfan.
Yeah, I think the focus is great. I mean, you are confronting the corporate cooptations and women's agency in resisting the cooptation. So this is on the one hand, you have corporations, on the other, you have the community. So probably, again, this is the hole is everywhere. We can easily find hole in the academic world. So don't be upset with this one, but you have a very I like your focus in looking at woman agency vis-a-vis the corporate cooptations. So probably this is not just woman. Woman is part of the community. So this is about more of about a community agency when they have the genuine uh, reactions toward cooptations. Anyone that will be co-opted, they will have the agency to challenge. Now, uh, probably this is just my curiosity. I don't know the setting of the island. Why the women that actually at the forefront of the agency of the community? What about other groups? The student, the community leaders, or what happened? So probably it is interesting to know the social structure in that small island. Why women's in fact becoming the forefront of communities agency actually in resisting the cooptations. So that's one comment. The second one is when you have the community, you have the corporate, and then something is missing there. Where is the government? The government should be doing the mediating role in balancing the interests of the community, interests of the businesses. But what will you say about the government? Are they missing? Are they not there? Or the government is basically have been bought by the businesses? So this kind of analysis will be very much open for further work. So this can be a very interesting entry point for more substantive work. But for the beginning, for just the essay to trigger the interest, and you have done a very good job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pak.
All right.
And any
Zada.
question I can
Zada
answer the
wants
question.
do you want to answer Pak Zulfan's question
Yeah.
about the structure of the, yeah.
Yeah, the two main question Pak Zulpan raised, like why women? So I will comment on this. The women are more kind, creature in the world. They're very sympathy with their environment. That's the first reason. And the other reason, mostly the men are fishermen, so they go to the sea in the daytime. So the women have more time to, women have the art how to convey the message by any means to sensitize the community. So that's like the positive side of women. And the second side, women are more kind. So they care about their kids. They are very, worried about the generation. And the men that's, earning bread. So they're bread earner. So they are more focused on economic side. But the women, they love their place of living. So they want their surrounding, beauty. They want the beauty, natural beauty. They want greenery. They want everything cool and calm around you. Although they make noise, sometimes they like raise a minor issue to a bigger level. But the parallel, the issue that is needed more focus, women are doing their best.
All right.
And you mentioned about the
Excellent.
yes, you mentioned the other is why there is no existence of government. Yes, government's there, but as I mentioned, the private company. So being a developing country, as happened everywhere in developing, like in Pakistan and other part of the world. So bribe as the more strong weapons that use against the deprived community. So these people are deprived. So those people who are sitting in parliament, they don't listen the cries of the common people. They only listen and they only smell the currency note. So they smell the scent of the currency note. They don't smell, they don't feel the worries, the crying of those are who are facing problems.
Yeah. All right.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. And Zada is an activist, Pak Zulfan.
Ah,
You can see his activism spirit, right? All right, thank you, group E3. Okay, congratulations. Okay, now group sorry, Doto, you are in from group E1, yeah, group E1. Who will present? I don't want Doto again to present because Doto already present the poster. Other members should present.
The problem is, Amin is sick, and they asked me to present, and other member I don't see anyone here, so and we
Oh
can't
my
use
God, group
yeah.
A1, where are the others? Doto, are you working alone
No.
or
We work
your
together, but
members contribute?
we work together, so there's no problem about that. But the issue is, since others are not available, and Amin already texted me in private that he's sick, so it can deliver well this essay. So he asking me for help. So and since I'm good, it's okay. I can defend my group actually, no problem.
All right. Can you do on cam,
Of course.
Doto?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 3 minutes ya, Doto.
Okay. Thank you so much, participant and Dr. Zulfa and Mbak Melin. Actually, our group, our essay is very clear. We are talking about the importance of mangrove, as what we have seen when we visited the highlands in Pearl Island. We see a lot about the importance of mangrove and why it's more important to protect or to preserve them. So after we visit that island, do I need to say about my title actually? So our title actually is, the most important is talk about the importance of mangrove. So after we visit that island, we realize that the mangrove campaign it's more important, and we see like so many community in that area, and including the women's, they are put more emphasis on planting mangrove for the sake of preventing or for the sake of maintaining the island for the purpose of living for the future of their children or generation. So why it's important to preserve the mangrove? One of the most important is from what we had is about reducing erosion. Since there is a case is reported that Pali Island, it's about submerged due to the climate change. So the only way to preserve that island from sink is to plant the mangrove, which is we also be part of them. We also be part of planting the mangrove with other members or participants. And also another importance of mangrove we realize is it store the carbon, which is we realize that since the mangrove is most important for storing the carbon, it may reduce some pollution, which as we know, Indonesia is facing the problem of air pollution. So this mangrove can be using as a mechanism to reduce this kind of carbon. And the second and most important is it's also supporting marine biodiversity. So the mangrove, it's only not support only about the not only about human, but also it's supporting species around the ocean. So what the most important is why mangrove it's important, because it supports the livelihood of the people who are living to that island. So another point we realize is about community action and the local wisdom. So we have seen that there are so many initiatives has been introduced in that island, including the initiative which was supervised or the leader Ibu Asmania about protecting about the island in terms of investment, in terms of many things happening regarding to tourism. So this action is very important because they are not seeking about why people, they're not thinking about the profit, but they are thinking about how the island will surviving even for many years to come. So, and also we have seen that why they are protecting for the purpose of for the purpose of restoring maybe the issue of flood, and also the issue of farming, because most of them they are doing little farming like fishing and so on, and also for the purpose of improving their ecological and personality actually. And the last thing which is most important also we see the issue of tourism, which is very interesting. Since tourism is very important, it's a part of gaining profits and also sharing traditional and culture beyond the global. But in case of Pearl Island, we have seen like tourism, it's more based on exploration, not based on profits. As we have seen, the people of Pearl Islands, they were not happy about the tourism because of the exploration made by the central government. So what we have suggested is like tourism is most important, but it should be in terms of sustainability or eco-friendly, because that they have to do tourism, but in the same time, they have to protect about the island in terms of not to explore like what we have seen, like introduce of many things, like we have seen resorts, we have seen like so many ongoing challenges which is available in that island. So by conclusion, we can say like Pi Island is good, but also in order to make this highland to continue to exist for so many years, it should be, they have to protect the mangrove for all progress or for all kind of activity made in that island. That is all about our essay.
All right, thank you, Dr. Pak Zulfan.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. My impression of after reading your submission is your submission is more of a kind of reportage of the field trip and then focusing on one thing, which is mangrove for sustainable development. So this is more of reporting with some kind of reflective take on what we have seen, and then what do you think about that one. So this is different from the other four that I've read before the sessions. So this is fine, but your point sounds to be more narrow toward the mangrove as plants, as vegetations, and that's fine. So probably something that I would suggest is, one, it is good to relate with the more mainstream, more bigger narrative in the theme. That's one thing. The second one is when you start the writing, it is important to generate the what is the issue there, rather than to start the first paragraph just to introduce about the activities. So what are the issue? What the problems to be tackled? So this is about generating expectations about the argument about the essay. So essay is basically defending one line of argument rather than just to provide a brief overview or a reportage of reportage kind of writing. But anyway, in terms of writing, all I've read, all of you are good in writing, but the problem, the issue now is to what extent the essay is powerful and strong enough to defend one line of argument.
All right, thank you, Pak Zulfan, for the input, yeah, for Dotto's group E1. Okay, now we move to group E6. Group E6. Ahmed Quraish, are you already here? Naisha is ill, and then Jainay, Jawid Marwah and Sainay Janeh.
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, you are presenting, Sainay.
Quresh is supposed to present. You know, the poster is supposed to be presented by Nisa, and she said she is sick. She asked me to present on her behalf. I did, but then Qureshi did not tell me anything about this presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Can you present then, Sainay? Okay.
Try your
Are
best
we
like me.
still
I
waiting for
presented well.
Quresh?
Again?
Are we still waiting for Quresh? If it is yes, then I will move to other group.
Yeah,
I
maybe we
think
can wait for him. If he did not come, then I can try to present it. I read the report once.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think
Okay,
probably Seni can just tell something, speak briefly about the essay. It doesn't really matter who is representing the group, as long as we share this kind of activities, I believe.
Yeah, but maybe.
No, it was supposed to be a group work, but we were told that we can segregate the three group work between us. So I did the photo with the description. Nesa did the poster. So he did this the report. But then unfortunately, he sent it late. The report was shared with us on the 24th. I was on another Zoom call, so I did not read the report actually.
All
But
right.
maybe I
Okay.
can let me just browse through. If he did not come, then I will try to say something about
All
it.
right. Okay. Okay. Then let just jump to other group. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Group is E6. Kamara, Gigi, Salisu, and Dewi Jasmine. Group E6. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, E6 is
Sorry. Yang barusan ya. Sorry. This one. Because you this is sorry. I should wear my glasses. This is group E8. Kamara, Gigi, Salisu, and Dewi Jasmine is group E8. Yeah, your group E8.
Salisu?
Yeah,
Salisu?
yeah, Ismail, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Who will present? Is it Salisu? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will present.
Okay. 3 minutes, yeah, Salisu.
Okay, I'm sorry that because the decision is not me that is presenting, so I haven't been able to form a PPT because I was informed late that I'm going to be the presenter. So I hope you bear with me.
No worries. There is no PPT for this. This session is only oral presentation. You know, in just informal way. Okay, you just
Okay,
tell us what did you do for the essay? What's your argument? What's your point? Yeah, no PPT is needed for this session. Okay, no worries.
okay. Let me share the.
It's all right. You don't need
But
to share anything. Maybe you can just read from your screen your essay. It's all right. It's okay, but you don't need to present to share
okay,
your essay to the
okay,
screen.
okay,
No
okay,
worries.
okay. Yeah, yeah. This is the title is as follows: the small island crisis, the interplay between climate change and privatization in Pari Island. Yeah, we look at the privatization issue going on, and also uh, the the climate change effect this privatization has been bringing to the local communities of Pari Island. And let me see. Let me. Sorry.
Okay, you only have 2 more minutes, yeah, Salisu. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Who's supposed to present the short
Actually,
essay?
it's the other guy, Gigi. He's unavoidably absent because he's ill. He's in the hospital. So actually, I'm unprepared
Gigi
for
is
this.
ill? Really? Gigi is ill? But this morning he's here, yeah, for the workshop poster. Yeah, poster workshop this morning, Gigi.
Yeah, he's in hospital now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why? Quite some of you being sick now. Is there any something going there in Indonesia? Okay, maybe Ismail Kamara wants to can help you. You guys only have 1 minute.
Yeah, I really want to help, but I'm outside. I don't know if you can get me.
All right.
I'm outside. I'm in the train.
Okay. So maybe
Hello?
Pak
Maybe,
Zulfan
maybe you
just
can give them
wants.
time. You can move to another group because they have to prepare.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Yeah,
Okay.
There are many
yeah.
groups waiting.
Okay. Or maybe Pak Zulfan wants to comment
Yeah, I just want to
for
comment
the E6. Yeah, it's okay.
on this group because I had a quick look at the paper. The title is "The Small Island Crisis: The Interplay Between Climate Change and Privatization in Pari Island." So this is great focus, contrasting the climate change and privatizations. So, in terms of the title is good in generating the expectations. But when it comes to reading the first paragraph only provide some basic informations. So remember that this is applicable for all submissions. When you write an essay is where you advance one particular line of argument, and then the first paragraph should set the scene rather than just to provide the information. So I think this is the art of writing an essay. So rather than just providing informations, the first paragraph must be for setting up the scene for the argument. Or if you want to start with contradictions, if you to start with the problem, and then that will be the strong beginning of an essay. So that's one first comment. The second one, uh, this essay is too ambitious. Actually, what you are trying to do in the submission is probably more than double the required size of the essay, and then you are kind of off track, trying to cover too many things in very limited space. So you have the title and you need to stick to the title, and then you need to develop rather than wide touching different things, better to focus on particular line of the argument that you have said in the title. So the submission is too long, and then a kind of going here and there, trying to capture too many things rather than just to focus on what you have said in the title. So I think this would be my comments.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Pak Zulfan. Okay. Let's now come to E2. Ibrahim.
Yes,
Ibrahim,
I'm
will
here.
you be presenting?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Do I need to
Did,
put camera on?
did you present for the poster this morning?
Yeah. My group members presented the poster.
Yeah, I mean, did you yourself presenting? Because if it is
No,
you yourself, then
it was
I
presented
expect.
by
Mhm.
it was presented by Ray.
Oh yeah, by Ray. Okay.
Yeah. I should have my camera on, huh?
Can you on cam? No.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You can see me.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, good evening to you all. I am here to present on behalf of Group E2, and our focus here is privatization in small islands, and specifically focusing on Paris Island. We are looking out how privatization uh, really affect our ecosystems. For the case of Paris Island, we found that privatization became an enemy to their mangroves, as mangrove plantations were replaced by merchants and then also with resorts. We also came up with ecotourism activities that could help in that could be replaced with the privatization. Our team in this case focus on from white sands to courtrooms. Paris Islands stand against privatization. Since it is an opinion, we came up with ideas on balancing development and preservation. How do we balance development? Because we all know development is inevitable. As the world ages, we need to develop, but how do we develop is the question that matters. We look at lessons in other islands, like in the Maldives, for example, how were they able to balance privatization and then the ecosystem. We also look at the feelings that is on the islands. We noted mixed feelings that there are others that are against the privatization, but there were others that were in for the privatization. How do we make everybody feel better? We also give the way forward, that is the recommendations that can that can balance privatization and then the ecosystem, because we cited the repercussions that the privatization in that island has on the fish, on the mangrove, and how it is changing the climate change scenarios on the island. So basically, that was our essay, and thank you all for listening.
All right, thank you, Brima. Pak Zulfan, any comments?
Yeah, I think the issue of privatizations has become quite common concern among the participants of the summer course. And this is very much makes sense, you know, when you
Yeah.
are thinking of privatizations, and this is the big trend everywhere around the world. And then you have the concerns of climate change and environmental preservations. So you have two things here.
Mhm.
Businesses by nature will not care about sustainability or will not care about the climate change. So then, when you are talking about privatizations, by default, you should question the role of the state. So when you're concerned about the issue of privatizations, and then what you are seeing in the field trip was the businesses versus the community. But what you should be focusing on is questioning where is the government, where is the state in playing the supposedly mediating role in the public interest. So the issue of climate change, the issue of sustainability, the issue of preservations, environmental preservations, that is the public concern, and public concern is the domain of the state, the domain of the government. So something that quite missing in your submissions when you are questioning the privatizations.
All right, thank you, Pak Zulfan. Okay, that's
Thank you.
inputs for your group, ya, Brima. Okay, Amina and Daniel, are you ready to present your short essay?
Yeah, surely we
Yeah, okay,
we will
Daniel,
present.
maybe, yeah, because Amina already present this morning.
What group is that?
Daniel, your group is which group?
N3.
N3, yeah, N3, Pak.
Yeah.
Okay.
N3, what is your the title of your submission,
Yeah, yeah.
Daniel?
Actually, we particularly approach this essay in a quite different way in contrast of the rest, because we probably couldn't pick the point that we consider the theme as a title. So the theme that you have provided, I was considering it is a title, and there you, in a subtitle, you mentioned that your analysis should be based on your opinion. So my title was same, like ecotourism, nature conservation, and food security, synergies and trade-off. So out of this, I have discussed like few case studies, and I analyzed few reports, not I myself, but our team.
Yeah, that's okay.
So should I need to start?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you
You
very
only
much.
have 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I will concisely, inshallah, and conclude very quickly. So since we have a very time shortage, so directly I come to the point that we, as I mentioned before, that we approach this essay quite different. And what we have done actually is this: we collected few publications or a few reports, like the International Ecotourism Society's report, and IBES revision notes, and a case study of Bali Subak systems, and also a recent market data from 2024 to 2025. And case study of Indonesia new capital city, that how it will challenge exclusion of deforestation and sustainable planning. So these were actually our data that we have collected, and based on that we constructed or conducted our analysis. Before going to this analysis, if someone will ask me a main question that what is the central thesis of our essay, then our answer will be very much obvious that based on this analysis, what we have discussed is that ecotourism can create powerful synergies by supporting nature conservation and food security through economic incentives and ecosystem preservation as well. However, the problem is poorly managed and pose significant trade-offs such as habitat loss, such as resources trends and social inequalities. But at the end, we also discussed the inclusive governance and sustainable policies are essential to maximize benefits and minimize harms. So this was actually a core discussion, our central thesis of this entire essay. So how I will discuss this essay in a few minutes, then definitely I have to discuss three main things. What is the positive synergies in our analysis that we have got, and also what is the challenges and trade-off, and thirdly, I will discuss about the policies recommendation. So when it comes to the positive synergies, definitely we discussed at the very beginning, based on a few arguments, and also data collection, that it actually generates financial incentives for conservation. For examples, and I mentioned there, anti-poaching, biodiversity monitoring. These things I have discussed as an example. And also a second point that I have mentioned, that is actually preserve healthy ecosystems that supports food security. For this, I provide a few examples of pollinations, water, and soil security. And the third things I mentioned is about, if we look into the positive synergies, the third thing was it actually diversify rural economies, which really become reason for reducing reliance on destructive activities. What I mean from this, I mentioned that illegal logging or overfishing. And fourth thing, probably the final point I have mentioned there in the positive synergy was that it actually also strengthened local food systems, such as I discussed about the case study of Bali Subak over there, that how this Bali Subak system and community-based ecotourism really become example for this. That means how it strengthened the local food system. When it comes to the challenges and trade-off, I also mentioned a few, our team, based on analyzing these papers and reports, we also discussed a few things that it actually infrastructure development harms habitats and agricultural land. This was our first point. And also we have discussed our second challenge, our challenge, our trade-off, that it actually increased tourism strengths, natural resources, which probably become reason for causes pollution and disturb wildlife. And thirdly, we discussed that economic benefits often bypass marginalized communities, which become become a reason for deepening inequalities, which is we also discussed in the case of Sobak. I don't know if it was Bahasa or. And additionally, we also talked about the conservation restriction may displace traditional farmers and threaten food security, which was also obvious from few reports. So these was actually few challenges we discussed, and before I mentioned few positive synergies. what we discussed in our policy recommendation was that we actually need integrated governance that involves local communities. Means
Sorry, Daniel, you only have 30 more seconds.
Okay, so this was our first point that we, in the first paragraph of our policy recommendation, I mentioned this. And secondly, I discussed also about the recognition of indigenous land rights and equitable distribution of benefits. And probably there was also third point, but unfortunately I forgot it.
All right. Okay. That's all, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, Pak Zulfan, is there any comment and input for group entry? I forgot to mention, Pak Zulfan, the whole groups are divided to two big groups, the N groups and E groups. So the N groups is the non-excursion groups, and the E group is the excursion group. So Daniel group and group entry, they don't do the excursion. Yeah.
Yeah, probably this is about the clarity of the assessment to begin with, or the task. So, because when you receive, when you are planning an essay and then you interpret that title as the essay as the title for the essay, that should ring the alarm, because it is not the or how it should be. You should have clarify with the organizer of the summer course, is it the way forward, or because otherwise you will be shooting yourself in in doing that one. How can you write a short, only 1,000 word essay with that kind of big title? You bring ecotourism, food security, and what is that? I mean, this is something impossible to do. So that's why you have been struggling to say what you have to say, because look, this is the art of making the argument. What is more important is you know what you are going to do. Then you do. Then you have the piece of essay, and then you can say something about that one. So before you start writing, you have the line of the argument first, either through your reading, through your brainstorming, or through your experience, or through your reflective observations. And then you have the step-by-step flow of your argument. And then you start writing. And then when you start writing, you can see where you need to find out the informations, the referencing, or the correct data. So that's how we work writing the essay. So basically, but anyway, this is the learning process, and then I can see that how you can fulfill the essay with that kind of a very broad title. So, but that's good. That's good. This is just a learning experience for each and every one. So, I think I value all the efforts here.
Yeah, just I want to concisely I want to answer the question. Like, not the question. Is in the beginning I mentioned the same issue that I have. We probably make mistake because we approach this essay in a very different way, which shouldn't be, I think. Because I was also amazed, very amazed that based on this title, how I can construct analysis. While it will be 1,000 words, because this is a very what I will do some holistic, discuss holistic ideas, or broader discussion whether that I can't do something. But when I was reading the word that this analysis should be based on your opinion, I was thinking maybe is this something like informal, so it may not be academic paper or research article. So probably here was the problem. So thank you for your insightful comments.
All right. Yeah, that's yeah, no worries. Group entry, yeah. We still, of course, we still appreciate all works, yeah, all effort that you already done. Okay, no worries. Okay, and now, I think I see Amin. Amin, you are from group which group? Amin.
I am from group E1.
Okay, area so
Yeah, I am
Doto is
with Doto,
already
yes.
present, yeah?
Yes,
From
yes.
for you guys. Okay. Dania, I see here Dania. Dania. Dania, you are from group, which group? Oh, where's Dania? I think I see Dania. No, okay. Which group that haven't been called out?
Ma, can I present now?
Okay, you want to present now, Sine?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah.
And which group is that?
E6.
E6, okay.
Thank you so much. And I am sorry, it's unfortunate that the one who's supposed to present this paper did not come. I did not know actually why, but I hope he is good. So the title of the paper is Climate Justice for Small Island Nations, Holding Corporations Accountable for Rising Sea. So basically, it is looking at climate justice in the context of Pulau Pari, the island that we visited. We had a keynote speak from an islander there. So his paper is basically based on that information. So his argument is basically on the causes of climate change, largely from developed nations and big corporations, but then its impact is felt by developing countries as well as marginalized communities. So he is arguing that that is injustice because they are not responsible, or the paper is arguing that, not him. So the paper is arguing that that is injustice because they are not responsible. Largely, they are not responsible for the problem, but yet they bear the brunt of the problem. So the paper discussed in the context of sea level rise, not other climate risks, but in the context of sea level rise. And the paper talked about climate justice, legal and moral responsibilities, as well as climate justice as a path forward. All right. So we know there are projections that sea level rise will inundate low-lying coastal areas. And the island that we visited is not an exception because we heard from them that by 2050, there is likelihood that this island will inundate. Coupled with the reclamation activity that is happening, we know reclamation can cause subsidence, and subsidence in combination with sea level rises would even cause the island to inundate earlier than expected. So those are fears that the islanders are having in addition, as well as loss of cultural identity, because their islands are being taken without their information, without their awareness. They will just see people come take their island. But then the paper is focusing on sea level rise or the cause of climate change being the people responsible for climate change, or the those responsible for climate change are not bearing the impact of climate change compared to those that are not responsible, because greenhouse gas emission is largely from developed nations, big corporations, but then the impact is felt by the small corporations and the marginalized communities. So the paper proposed that climate adaptation fundings must be scaled to support marginalized communities in order to help them to reduce the risk of sea level rise in their communities. This could be through lost and damaged fundings, all right? So technology transfer as well as knowledge in adaptation, climate adaptation, because often these marginalized communities' awareness about climate change impact and how to adapt is very low. So, but then with support, financial support, with support in human resources, with technology support, those ones will help them reduce the risk of climate change impact. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sine. Zulfan, any comments?
Yeah, I think this is very interesting take on climate justice. So this is very important, very pressing issue. So I think my suggestion here is, I mean, your take on that one is highly valued. I see the importance, but probably if I may suggest how you treat this one, because this is common interest. Anyone can put attentions on this kind of thing, regardless of our disciplinary background. This is very much a common interest. So I think what I would suggest is, if you want to have a great essay on this kind of thing, when you are talking about climate justice, where will you locate the domain of the justice?
Mhm.
It is not at the local level. It is at the macro level and it is at the global level. So probably you can use your direct experience with the local community in just small island in a tropical country called Indonesia, but you use that one as the entry point of to portray the global climate injustice. Then you have a kind of legitimacy of entering the global, the big debate or the big issue, and you have the real experience of seeing a very vulnerable community in small island, Pulau Pari Island. And then what is their contributions for the CO2 emissions? Negligible. And then the rising sea level is from the rising CO2 emissions at the global level. So, and then they are at the forefront of the vulnerability. Many islands at the same positions as Pulau Paris community. If you are thinking of a small island in the Pacific, Maldives, that kind of countries. So probably my point here is when you are talking about climate justice, you have to tie yourself with the global and macro issue, and then you will cite two, three key referencing people questioning about the injustice at the global level. And then now with the current geopolitics, who cares about the global injustice? Each and every country now is looking after themselves. And if you have the power, you will take care of yourself. And if you have no power, you are on your own. So that's where we are now in terms of global solidarity. But anyway, I like the picking up idea of climate justice. You think big along that line, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Pak Zulfan in group E6. Okay, I see Eki here. Eki is from group N5, right? Eki Priyansya. Eki. Hello, Mas Eki.
I'm here.
Or Lizzie. Lizzie, you are with Eki?
Yes, Ibu.
Okay, so Lizzie, you'll be a presenter again?
Yes, Ibu.
Okay, how about your other friends? Because you already present for the poster this morning.
They got an emergency, so they just asked me to present in the morning and now.
Okay, all right, yeah. Can you do on cam, Lizzie?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, you have 3 minutes, Lizzie.
Okay, so our essay was based on Pari Island, and we have based on how to save the island, since there are various problems we have seen, and we have realized that since there are a lot of problems from the island, then we have to focus on the three main problems. Despite of having a lot of problems, but we have chosen only three problems. The first one is the ecotourism problem. The second one is natural conservation resources, and the last one is food security challenges. So from ecotourism problems, there are overcrowding beyond the current capacity, since one peak weekend tourist can surge to 1,160 people compared to a typical 35 persons, leading to significant pressure on the island infrastructure as well as natural spaces. Also, some activities like snorkeling and beach areas are often overcapacity even during low season, driving ecosystem strain and visitor dissatisfaction. And the second problem is natural conservation resources, whereby we have seen issues like reclamation and dredging, destroying key ecosystem activities. Some activities in the island have led to significant destruction. About 40,000 mangrove trees felled of coral and seagrass ecosystems lost. So these operations threaten the island's natural defense systems, such as mangroves, coral reefs, and seagrass, which all of these are against erosion and supports marine life. And the last problem is about food security challenge or the problem. This is about disrupted livelihoods from environment and development pressures, whereby destruction of mangroves and marine lives has directly impacted the fish stocks. Fisher folks report catching far less fish and having to travel further to fish, has increasing cost and instability. Also, the loss of access to formerly productive areas such as those around Pulau Tinga further weakened seaweed farming and fishing economies. So from these three problems, we have come out with just few solutions, whereby the first one is we have wrote that the ecosystem should train the local guards, the eco homestays, also reduce some plastic waste which are found in the island. Also, the food security has sustainable agriculture, certification for local products. And another thing is conservation. This is about mangrove planting, the planting of mangrove, and also the coral reef restoration. So our closing part is we have said that the Parry Islands have shown some connectivity or link issues, that is tourism, environment, as well as food sustainable solutions, that is protecting the nature and empower the local people. That's all from us, Group N5. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Lizzie. Very efficient timing. Yeah. Zulfan?
Yeah, I think the same problem with the other N group. Since you are trying to capture the three things together, food security, conservations, and ecotourism, I think it will be a struggle to write a one line of argument along the three big themes. So you should have pick up a particular line of argument within that big themes of the summer course. So anyway, I haven't got a chance to read your submissions, but that's my impressions of listening to what you have said. The same problem and challenge that was the other N group presented earlier.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Pa Zulfan. Is there any more group that has present for a short essay?
Yes, I would like to present.
Oh yeah, Wafa. Wafa is from group E5, yeah, Wafa, yeah.
E5.
Yeah, E5, Pak Zulfan. Wafa Hussein. Yeah.
Would I start?
Yeah.
Hello, good
You can start.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Our
Good
topic
afternoon.
for this essay is the educational power of ecotourism based on our first-hand experience at Bugor Botanical Garden, Pari Island, and third one was Payong Island. And we learn that true ecotourism is more than a vocation. Actually, it is an immersive lesson in nature, culture, and responsibility. Our first visit was at Bogor Botanical Garden. Bogor Botanical Garden is not just a park; it is a living classroom and a scientific archive with around 15,000 species. Each species is labeled. It teaches us botany as well as history directly. It showed us that conservation can happen alongside education, right in the heart of the city like Bogor. Our next visit was at
Congratulations.
Pari Island.
I think congratulations. Yeah. Hope you are doing well.
Pari Island
How are you doing?
taught us about the
Fantastic.
community. Here, tourism is run by the locals.
Dauda, please please mute
Homestays
Dauda. Sorry. Dauda, please mute. You forgot to mute yourself, Dauda. Okay, Wafa. Continue.
From home stays to guiding, everyone is involved in the community. This creates a very powerful link between the communities, economy, and protecting their local environment. So, but we also saw there were so many challenges at Pari Island, like plastic waste and coral damage, and the threat of rising the sea level. Pari Island also proves that for the ecotourism to work, tourists and residents of the island must be the partner. And the final our visit was at Payong Island, and this island offers a lesson in fragility. It's the beauty of this island, and mangroves are powerful natural defense against climate change. But this beauty is delicate. It taught us that without careful management, tourism itself can be a threat. It is a very stark reminder of nature's vulnerability. So, what is the key lesson we learned from these three places? The ecotourism educates in a way that books cannot educate us. It teaches us respect for local communities and their way of living. It also teaches us responsibility for taking our waste home and protecting the corals. And it also teaches interconnection, how a mangrove forest in Indonesia fights global climate change. These trips were our most memorable classrooms, actually. They prove that the future of tourism isn't just about sightseeing. It's it's about mind changing. By choosing ecotourism, we gain not just memories, but a deeper understanding of our planet and our duty and our responsibility to protect it. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Afa. Pak Zulfan.
I think this is the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I think the way you treat the issue is good when looking at the educational dimensions of ecotourism. And then I think this is what as the graduate student or senior undergraduate, when you are asked to do the essay, you need to find your focus. This is important. You cannot write an essay of a very big theme. And within that particular focus, you need to be able to draw your line of argument. So you need to have that one clear in your mind before you start writing. And when you start writing, things will be forced to be a lot more clearer. So I think this is the a good exercise to write an essay and to learn from each other, and you can see the way I commented on that one. And then I think you should be the public links of all the submissions should be made public also for the whole participants, so each and everyone can see. I can see that you have made public some of your essay either on the public domain of platform or in your social media or any other kinds of public domain on the internet. I think that's all for me from me, Ibu Melanie.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Zulfan. I just want to make sure, is there any other group who is already here but did not called yet by me? Is there any more? Because we already have heard presentation from 9 groups, and this morning we have presentation from 10 groups. So one group is missing, but there is no more. Maybe they just didn't appear, don't appear in this session. Okay, I think that's all, Pak Zulfan. We already heard listen to all groups that attend this evening session. Okay, everybody. Again, as the organizer, I representing the organizer. I just want to appreciate, yeah, all your effort, all your hard work to complete the assignment for this summer course. Okay, and as I say in the beginning, that you will be provided with this certificate, yeah. But Pak Zulfan and Bu Eva and me and other reviewer, we will review your assignment. Then we will mark it, and then you will have final mark, and then you will have the final mark stated on the certificate. All right, so don't forget to attend the very last session of the summer course. That is the closing ceremony. It will be the next Saturday. And don't forget to sign in the presence form today. I already posted in the chat room, so don't forget to fill it up. Okay. Okay, Pak Zulfan, thank you so much again for your contribution for this summer course. You gave us 2 sessions, the lecture session and the workshop. It's a quite huge contribution for this summer course. Thank you again, Pak Zulfan. Let's give applause for Pak Zulfan and for all groups, short essay and posters and all assignments. Okay, so it's a big applause for all of you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Please your attendance
Okay,
form.
is there any
Please your
question?
attendance form.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, Zada, what's
Yeah.
your question? Quick, because Pak Zulfan and me is very, very hungry here.
Don't be in a rush, you know. I have a very important question. Let's listen
Yeah.
to us. We listened to you almost 9 hours. So listen, 1 hour, one question. So
Yeah,
when,
okay.
yeah, when will be the closing like
Alphamart.
session? Yes, yeah, and
Closing
when
ceremony is next
yes,
Saturday. I
yes.
already posted in our group, the group.
Okay, so it will be physical or just online?
No, it's online.
Oh
Online,
my
online.
God,
No worries,
we
no
want to
worries.
reunion again. That's why I asked the question.
I know, you guys miss me. Okay, maybe next year, inshallah, next year, yeah, next year we will do this adventure again. All right, inshallah.
Okay, okay.
All right, okay, thank you so much, everybody. So
Please
see
your
you
attendance
again
form.
next Saturday. Okay, inshallah. Thank you, Pak Zulfan. Assalamualaikum.
Yeah.
Have a nice Saturday night fever today, tonight. Okay, bye bye. Also, sorry, I forgot to say something. If you still want to improve your short essay, also like your poster, we still give you opportunity to improve and then to resubmit. I will post the link for resubmission, but if you don't want to resubmit, it's okay also, it's okay. But if you do resubmission and if you do improving your essay, then you will get more points. But if you don't want to do that, it's also up to you. So this is just optional. Okay, just optional. Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you. Bye bye, everybody. See you next Saturday.